All right. I don't even know how to introduce this one, but we back with another video. Let's just get right into it and see. I ain't even know if this was still like happening, like this type of like, I don't know, is it red pill or whatever? But
the question is essentially, if every man disappeared off the face of the earth, would women have the ability to survive?
Vice versa.
No.
I mean, it's easy. No, they wouldn't have the ability to survive because eventually they're gonna die out, right? Ain't gonna be no reproduction, so eventually they're gonna die out. That's the easy answer.
She survive right now with her, all the subscribers on OnlyFans.
But still no.
That's the only reason why you got money in your
what
pocket.
What you talking about? They gonna disappear. She ain't have them no
You
more.
ain't gonna have nothing.
I'm agreeing with the question.
Oh, she agreeing. Okay.
All right.
What about you, Vicky?
No, we wouldn't.
And why?
Why? Because there's a lot of the things that men do we can't do. Like,
I think the initial answer would be nobody would. It would see like eventually society would cease to exist. Correct?
a lot of the things that men do, women cannot do.
Okay.
Biologically, mentally, men can handle more than women. That's just a fact. So we simply would not survive. There's a lot of jobs.
I don't know, man. I feel like guys get fed up quicker. Guys can't do the whole like sit still and be in school and do all that schoolwork. I feel like that's why women like killing that shit. Like I feel like a lot of times women can do. But obviously, there's other things that like men are probably more apt to do because of our strength inherently or whatever the case. There might be things just because of society steers us in one direction. So over time we just get better at this and this becomes our thing. Like it could be things like video gaming. It could be things in that nature that like we're better at, but then you have things that women are better at just because it's the field that they're going to or they geared towards or society kind of pushes them towards. So in those respects, yeah, but
Jobs that men do that women would not do. It's not about that we can't do it. We just wouldn't do it. So it's a balance right now. And if men were not here, we wouldn't.
And I feel like, yeah, some of those things would just cease to exist. And it may be more of a primitive state because you don't have the people, you don't have maybe the manpower. You can still technically live. Like, what are you looking for? I mean, food, you can figure out what to eat. Like water, I guess in this society, no, but because it's probably not set up for you to just like go out in the back and hunt or pick berries from here and there and there. But like, you can do certain stuff.
Oh, she's spitting.
But vice versa. If women wasn't here, y'all would have. It's the same thing.
Yeah, no.
Men can do. Men be sitting up in here in the nail salons. They be sitting up in here doing your hair. They be sitting up. Yes,
men
can do
invented a lot of stuff that
everything
women
we can do,
use.
but it's not vice
Did you know a
versa.
man invented a tampon?
What the fuck will we need hair salons? Like, we gonna be men? What are you talking about? No, men. What you mean? I feel like men would be sorry too. Like, we have to figure it out. Think about this. And I hate this like narrative. Like, bro, most men are not hunters, bro. Most men, I'm not even saying you can't shoot. And most men probably can't even shoot. I don't know about most, but there's a lot of dudes that don't own guns. There's a lot of dudes that do own guns and can't shoot. It's a lot of that stuff. Let alone go out there and actually hunt, shoot a moving target, make sure you're not damaging it to the point where you can keep the meat and eat it and preserve it and all that stuff. Like, a lot of people not doing that. So what the fuck is we about to do? Like, it ain't like we fucking building we not building our homes from scratch. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't doing shit like that. Like, every guy ain't necessarily a handyman. And a handyman is not the same thing as a motherfucker who fucking put a car together or put a fucking home together or like shit like that. So it's like, no, I feel like a lot of people gonna be fucked up.
Realistically, it literally.
Not femininity. I don't think.
And I'm also not trying to like shit on like guys either. Like, yeah, there'll be a lot of shit with Will throw. I'm not saying women gonna do better than guys or guys gonna be better. I think both of them gonna be in fucked up situations.
Yeah, like in terms of like a household, right? Men take out the trash. Me personally, I would not touch the trash because
I wouldn't touch the trash. You see what I'm saying? Like, how is that an example? Like, this is not where my mind is going. Like, how is not touching the trash a thing? Not touching the trash. What are we talking about? Trust me, it's worse than a man being there for you not to survive if you ain't even touching trash to take it out. Your own trash.
As a woman, I want to stay
argument.
in my feminine.
Look, he backing her up, bro. Why is he letting her get dumb shit off? Like, at least pick a quality thing that like a man can actually add, and you be like, yeah, that's dope. We need men for that. Like, taking out the trash. What are we talking about?
Feminine aura. That's just how I want to do it. Right. And not every woman would agree. I understand that, but me personally, that's just my.
Do you think that most? Do you think that most women?
For sure.
And do you think that most women don't want to do the things that men want to do?
Most women, correct.
Okay. So she's giving a general statement.
I want to know what most men want to do. Because if it's sitting down playing video games, how is that any different than them sitting down on the couch watching TV or them sitting down scrolling on their phone like Instagram or Twitter or them sitting down and Like, or some guys who sitting down playing video game, or like, or what's up? Or some guys that wanna get good and go out to the club, get all dolled up. Girls do the same thing. Like, what's the like crazy difference? Like, every man ain't coming home to do some fucking carpentry, like do some architecture work.
I happen to agree with her. And you want to go ahead and answer that too?
Yeah, no, we're not surviving. I mean, we can't even procreate. We can't make more. We can't make new life. I mean, they wouldn't be able to.
Well,
I
it's
mean,
besides it's surviving. It's not
the
leaving a
genes.
legacy
Yeah,
behind.
we're talking about just surviving.
Just surviving.
yeah, just
Then yeah, y'all would survive. What do you mean? I mean, it depends. If we took out half the population right now with the way this, like, I'll take U.S. for example, that's where I'm at. You take the U.S. out of here, just get rid of half the population. Boy, a lot of shit is probably gonna be fucked up. Like, it don't matter which half you take out, it's probably gonna be a lot of fucked up shit. So like, what are we talking about? A lot of people are not gonna be good, bro.
no.
Okay.
Y'all will go crazy over the macho-ness.
We gonna have you go last though. Let's go to Julie. Julie, let's give your perspective.
No, I don't think we would be able to survive without men.
Why?
There's certain strength and just the way that we're wired differently, and the way.
Bro, why people keep going to who are you about to be fighting that you need a fucking God strength? Like, what are we talking? What are we talking about? Like, as a man, I don't know how often I'm using strength as like my superpower on the day to day. Like, what are we talking about? We don't have the strength to do what? What the fuck am I doing? Maybe, you know what? Maybe I just don't notice it. You know what? That's my male bias. I don't even notice all the times I'm just super strong and I just do strongly things. But you know what I mean?
that men are able to sense danger and just the survival tactics they're different from women. We don't have those.
We got a spidey sense, y'all. Now, I will say, to her point, I'm sure a lot of guys probably could agree to this too. I do be like keeping my head on the swivel, probably where I grew up from. I don't know if that's just me being a man or just, the environment growing up. But yeah, my wife don't even know the exit. She don't even know where the exit's at. She just be going. But again, does your threat of like what you got to keep your head on the swivel for significantly drop because now it's just all women?
We'll probably evolve like frogs and start.
Yeah, no,
turning
we
into
wouldn't
men,
have
if
it.
anything, like probably be the next step of evolution. If you ever see it.
There was an episode on Family Guy, and Stewie put all the women and all the men in two separate things, and he tried to see who was gonna make it the furthest. Just so you know, the men made it the furthest, and they are the dumbest motherfuckers on that show.
Yeah.
That
They
just
were.
goes
They
to
were.
show
Talking about
you.
Family Guy, the Carson.
Like,
Yeah, man, these people exist. These people exist. That's Family Guy. That's a TV show, bro. It's Family Guy. And it's a comedy. Why did you use that as your case study?
I'm just saying, like, we cannot, like, instantly, like, we just would not survive. Like, men just, they have more access to things that we don't. And half the time, we don't even want to do the shit.
Fact.
So it's like, if we were in a survival mode and we don't want to do it,
I mean, the only reason
Okay, but
why
my
we
question
do
goes
have
to
the
if they
stuff we
wasn't
do
here,
now.
right? If they wasn't here, it would be.
Besides taking out the trash, can I get an example of like what we use and like what we do? Shit, am I living wrong? What am I missing?
Just us, so things will be going the way that we wanted it to go.
And how's
No,
that?
If
and
you
that's
left it
not-
straight
and
up to
that's
the woman,
that
it
would be
wouldn't.
why I didn't make
That's
decisions
terrible.
off
Actually,
emotions. We would
literally,
be
there would be no
Exactly.
logical. There would be barely
We'd be
any
screwed.
logical thinking.
None.
Like
at all.
actually,
We'll start fighting
Unfortunately.
over.
You're mad at this girl.
Oh no, they setting this show up. She a fucking plant. She a damn plant. Now that's so crazy to think women can't think logically. Like that narrative is insane. And to think that like what women are more emotional when I swear to God, bro, I feel like men might be more emotional. And this ain't even on my pro women hate that. No, I ain't even on that. I ain't about that. A man can cheat and really be confused. A woman like, yo, take me back, and a woman to do it. Soon as the girl cheat, the man like, I just can't look at you no more. This is done. This is done. I can't take the disrespect. You disrespected the fuck out of me. Men will fight over women that they don't even have. Y'all fighting over a woman that's not even yours. They think everything is disrespect. That's why it's always like we fighting it. Bro, men are so much more emotional than women. Men take it so much further. Like, I don't know. They talk just like women. They gossip. They chatty. They messy. Bro, we got to stop this narrative that men are just like these coy, stoic, No, they're not. I am.
So now you want to blow up this. Like,
Right.
it's just, we wouldn't have
Emotions,
logical
like,
thinking.
No
It would
logical,
be
no
straight
critical
emotions.
thinking, no thinking
Critical.
outside the box.
Like,
Is my mic even on?
He's mad and he don't got a girl to calm him down.
He would,
Sometimes
that's
girls-
cap. A nigga could sit down with his homies and calm down before he
Right.
would ever talk to a female.
correct.
For real.
No,
Yeah.
really think about it. Really think about it. A man will literally
Yeah.
congregate with his boys. A man will congregate with his boys before he go and talk to a woman.
They will make decisions
That's
already on a calm.
That's a
Yeah.
fact.
That's not a fact. That's not a fact. Women, listen, women, that's not a fact. I'm gonna tell you right now. If anybody think that it's not true, guys get clowned all the time. Especially if we boys, we think it's okay to clown you. So we gonna make fun of you, and you got to be sensitive with people who like guy groups. Not always as tight as like girl groups and stuff like that. Like guys will pillow talk with their girl, and that's how motherfuckers be getting set up and shit like that. Guys will talk to these women. Always. They get comfortable. They feel like they can have a compassionate side because it's a woman there. They do it. They get all mushy and gooey, and bam, everything out. All the secrets. They done told everything. They done told the last guy they shot who got committed by who actually snaking this dude, who with the, they'll tell everything. You know what I mean? Or they'll tell all their feelings. That's why you got a lot of these guys. Look, they be talking, man. That's all. They be talking, man. Well, guys, you know, the guy group, guys find out and be like, oh, shit, I ain't even know you. Damn, I mean, we still cool. I ain't even know you was like that. But all right, man. Your girl, your ex that you broke up with and put you out because you cheated, and she done told your whole business. She done told all the shit you like to do. She done told you all, like, telling you, when a guy with a woman, they're a lot more comfortable. They're a lot more open and shit like that. Not with the guys.
Already on a calm note.
All right, and then you want to go ahead and answer?
Oh, shit. You can keep that, right?
Wait a minute.
You want to go ahead and give your perspective on? Question?
Yeah, we wouldn't survive. It's just the strength. We too emotional. Women's just too emotional. Guys, they just it's a fact. They get shit done before we get shit done. So
Fair enough. All right. And what about you? What's your thoughts? Would women survive if all the men disappeared off the face of this earth?
I feel like it's vice versa. It's the same thing. They wouldn't survive without us. We
They'll
wouldn't
survive longer.
Yeah, it'd be different types of struggles. It'd be different types of struggles.
How would
Especially with men not being able to get their shit off, you know what I mean? Like, it's gonna be some uptight, grumpy motherfuckers, man. There's gonna be some grumpy motherfuckers. When you see in jail, it's gonna be some of that good. Now, really, people really gonna be on edge. Like, whoa, what you doing? Ain't no more women. What that mean? They ain't never coming back.
they survive?
Because there's like, okay, can y'all even give a scenario what we wouldn't be able to do that the men?
Yeah,
are
I'll
doing?
give a scenario. So, one, men are analytical thinkers. Men are deductive problem solvers. This is natural in our biology, meaning that we are more capable of solving problems than women. If I ask ladies questions, some of you can't even give a yes or a no. You're like, oh, I don't know. And
Bro, no. God, what are we talking about? I have to look this up. AI, so I don't know if you want to go with this. No, men are not inherently more analytical than women. Do we really need to go anywhere else? Well, some studies suggest slight average differences in brain structures and function related to analytical thinking. These are small and do not indicate a general superiority in one sex over the other. Individual differences within each sex are far greater than any other. Let's see, like, what are we talking about? .edus, .govs, .dot somethings. Whereas female brains are more connected between hemispheres to combine analytical and intuitive thinking. Again, you don't have to believe this article, but, you know, hey, it's not like a woman wrote it. But also, she asked for examples, and you still didn't give her any examples. You just said, we're more analytical, and we can problem solve, so we can figure out things. Like, okay, you're saying all the same thing. But give her an example of, like, what y'all would do that would, like, thrive that they couldn't do.
Then asked you, I said that, I asked her if her daughter, if you had a daughter and she wanted to do OnlyFans, you said, well, I'll let her do whatever she wants. That's not solving any problems. And then I had to ask you 4 questions on top.
So again, we're not really giving any examples. We're just talking about how yours wasn't correct.
Of that for you to actually answer so you can critically think, which means that you're not looking for what's best, for what's optimal. You're actually kind of looking for things to what's fair. So women have this egalitarian mindset. You're always trying to equalize everything and to find some fairness.
I think we're very different.
Your answer
I mean, but give her an example.
was equal. Your answer was, well, if women wouldn't survive, then men wouldn't survive either. That was your answer, which essentially what you're doing is you're trying to make things equal, which proves my point right.
it doesn't necessarily have to be. I mean, one could survive longer than the other. Who knows which one? And it could be based on different factors and variables. But I still want to hear an answer to her question, Mr. Logical.
And what I'm saying is, say if men disappeared off the face of this earth, men are 90% of electricians, 95% of welders. You know that when you got to climb on the top of the tower to fix the cable and all of that stuff.
Yeah, but how many motherfuckers is doing it? Like, bro, if you lose half of the population, motherfuckers is not. Are you about to go to work? Like, think how much it gets fucked up. Are we going to work? Where the fuck are we going? Are we stealing shit? We fucking had a pandemic and motherfuckers wiped out water and toilet paper. I don't even know if it was water, but I know water was flying off the shelves. But toilet paper, like what are we talking about? And that wasn't even half the population just got Thanos blipped out of here. Like, if that happened, bro, what are we actually doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, shit is gonna be chaotic as fuck. Motherfuckers is gonna go all. You think motherfuckers gonna be like, all right, let's get to the grind. Just wake up and cake up and bake up. You know what I'm saying? What are we talking about?
Stuff. Men do all of that climbing on those wires.
If they wasn't here, if they didn't put it all the way up there, is what I'm trying to say.
Listen, and guess
that's funny. Who the fuck is climbing from this podcast? One of these guys, not them. I'm not doing it. It's a lot of other motherfuckers that's not climbing up there. Like, what was we saying, bro? There was a time of the world that existed before electricians, that existed before the fucking long ass light bulb at the top or the wires at the top of that tower. Like, bro, it may, like, again, it may get more primitive, but that's not to say it can't be done and you can't survive in it.
That's why you, and time out, stop it. That's why you have cellular connection. This is why you have 5G, because men created those towers to give you 5G. So if men wasn't here, you wouldn't have 5G. You wouldn't have no G.
So basically what he's
don't
saying
need
is
that
you're
to
proving his
survive.
point even more. You're saying we would have put it lower, so then a flood would have came and we all would have got electrocuted. Like, it don't, like, either way, they would have lasted longer because they...
What? You don't need 5G to survive. You don't need electricity to survive. You don't need to do that. Now, it may get a lot harder to survive, sure, but you don't need makeup to survive. You don't need nails, and you don't need hair, and you don't need clothes to survive. Well, clothes can keep you warm, and it has its things, but certain clothes you don't need. You could just have some rags and some towels and some covers and some shit like that. Like, you just need shelter, food, right? Water, air. You know what I mean? I feel like clothes should be a necessity, but it ain't got to be like the $500 ticket item clothes.
Do the things smarter. Like, I'm so confused. Like, what you're saying is basically you're contradicting yourself. You're contradicting everything you're saying.
Because they put it too high. That's why.
Yeah, I gave you a green flag on that one too. Yeah. Romer, you gave a good explanation on that. So,
Coolie bandwagon.
Not at all. No Coolie bandwagon. What we're saying here is very simple. You asked us the question. You said, "What can we can't?"
It's a fact.
What you need to understand is, men, we invented damn near almost everything: tampons, electricity. We built all the infrastructures, buildings.
None of that stuff you need to survive. They said survive. They didn't say thrive and live the same life they're living right now. No, they said survive. You don't need tampons to survive. You don't need electricity. Look, there was a time before all of this stuff existed. And we got here because we survived. Just saying.
Contractors. We do the welding. You know, we build the boats. We do the hunting.
Listen real quick. Just to sum it up. The fact, real quick. Everybody listen real quick.
No, everybody listen real quick. He never answered the question of what specific thing could men do that would allow them to last longer than women. What specific things would they be doing? And I'm not even saying this, he can't name any. I'm just saying he didn't.
Time out, just stop. The fact that we have to explain this to you, it proves our point, because you live in a privileged world so much, a world that men built, that you don't even know the things that men do. You can't even imagine a world without a man. You wouldn't have a phone, you wouldn't have electricity, you wouldn't have clean water.
Bro, half the men out here don't have it. Bro, most men are not supplying that to themselves. It's a company. What do you mean? Like, even motherfuckers that work for the company, some of them don't, I just do this part of the job. I just do that part of the job. Like, bro, what are you talking? It's not like all men are instilled with the ability to, oh, I just know wiring. I just know electrical work. I just know welding. I just know carpentry. I just know automation. I just know, like, we don't know all this. I just know computer science and algorithms and coding and whatever fucking, no, bro.
Going down in the sewage, you wouldn't have anything. You would live in filth without men.
I'm not doing no trash, but them websites that you make your money off of, men created those. Like,
Men
you
invented
wouldn't have
Wi-Fi for you to
shit
do your
without
OnlyFans.
men. Like,
I gotta say,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I'm saying I don't want to be biased. I got a kid. I got a son
because
too.
a lady pushed him out. Like,
I'm the lady that pushed him out, but
Right,
it came
but
from
it
the
came
nigga
from
ball
the
sack.
man.
Like, what are you
Then
saying?
it's the
I got
chicken
the
before the
egg.
egg.
The
Like, it's
sperm
whichever
is
one
what
you
the
feel
sperm is
comfortable
what
with.
makes
I
the egg
wouldn't
a
have
baby.
my baby if it
The
wasn't for
sperm.
that egg.
Not only that, right?
But
All y'all do is
Yeah.
habitat the
But it's
baby. Y'all don't
chicken
create the
egg.
baby.
Yeah,
y'all
one
just
mic at a
habitat.
time, ladies.
All y'all do is habitat the baby. Y'all don't. Okay, man. Please, out of all the hills to die on, do not die on baby making and childbirth, bro. Please listen to me. Do not die on this hill. We don't do anything to actually make a baby. Our body naturally produces the sperm, so we don't have to think to do it. It just naturally does it, right? All we have to do is, right, stiffen up a bit, get it to come out, and put it in, and we're done. Wipe our hands. We finished. We had a great 3 minutes. We are good to go. We're out of here. This is not the hill we want to die on. All they do is have. This is not the hill we want to die on, bro.
So
bitch,
look,
like,
not
what?
only
No, I
that.
didn't say that. I said who made him for him to have
Okay,
the sperm.
I'll answer
He
you.
did.
God.
There we
That-
go.
No,
We need both. It's 2 DNA strands that make a human. They come and they make one. You get 50 here and 50 here, and you make one. It's both.
God, yeah,
I'll
God.
answer you scientifically. So you just asked the
man
question. You said, well, the woman, where did the man come from? You said, well, the woman. Well, not exactly, because biologically, the man holds the X and the Y chromosome, so he determines the sex of the baby. So the reason why you're here is not.
Bro, first of all, again, yeah, we determine that, but we ain't actually figuring that shit out to be like, I want a son right now, I want a daughter right now. No, it just happened. We don't have no control over that. But yeah, it is determined by the sperm cell, right? But bro, wait, I'm gonna let him finish. I'm gonna figure out where he's going, and hopefully
Because of your mother,
he brings it back.
you're actually a
You're
woman,
actually
and
a-
you're right here because of your father. Not only that, do you know that the gene that the placenta comes from the man? It comes from the gene of the man. So you thought that came from the mother, where the mother is given the nutrients and all of that. The mother determines the sex of the baby. No, all of this comes from the man.
No. Please, he said he was gonna answer the scientific. Please, bro, the nutrients. There's a reason there's an umbilical cord attached to the baby to the mother. Right? There's a reason when a mother is pregnant, a woman is pregnant, right? You want to make sure that you're not drinking, that you're not smoking, right? Your mental health is right. You're eating right. You're doing these things right, because that affects the baby. The guy can do, who gives a shit? You can get drunk every fucking night and don't fuck with the baby. The woman, her body changes, right? Permanently. Like, what do you mean? Like, she's getting all the, she's doing all the fucking hard work. And it's not just I'm housing the baby. Like, it's my DNA going into the baby and my nutrition that's keeping it alive. And you know what happens when the baby comes out? The baby, does it go to the mother for the natural nutrients of the breast milk, or does it go to the father? It's going to the mother. It's the mother doing all of this shit. Guys, we don't do shit. All we had to do was nut, bro. Just get a good nut off. It don't even got to be a good nut. We just had to nut. That was the only thing. Like, what are we talking about? We did this hard work. We so strong. I know you ain't saying that, but it's like, what effort went into that? I guess we was giving effort to make sure the sex was good. I hope y'all out there doing that. You know what I mean? Hope y'all out there pleasing. Because if you ain't even pleasing, you really ain't got nothing to say. Like, what are we talking about? This is not the hill. Childbirth, women 1, men 0. What the fuck are we talking about? And then pushing the baby out. Let's not overlook that. Let's not overlook how big the stomach can get. Let's not overlook that when you're done, women can have issues with the baby now. And we got postpartum depression. You got, I don't know, man. You got your ankles and swole up. You everything is just changed. You're just a different person. Like, you just had a whole human come out of you. What the fuck are we talking about?
And what you said, I refuted. You said that, well, how did the man get here? From the mother. No, the man got here from his father.
Well, I'm gonna just say Adam was here first, and Eve came from his ribs. So
Biblically.
And,
Yeah,
and
biblically
that's
speaking.
the placenta that we grow
Yeah,
when we
so-
have our babies. That's the extra
Biblically
organ
speaking,
that
right?
we grow.
So biblically
That's a
speaking,
rib.
a man was here and a woman
Should've worn my
nurtured him
ankle
so he could
necklace
protect and
today.
provide.
Actually.
All of y'all should call y'all father. Because
Oh.
that's why you here.
Oh.
If you got a father. If he's around.
Like I said, man, I feel like this conversation was mad wild. But I thought shit like this was done. I don't know. I might can't do too many of these videos, bro, because this is weird. Like, I feel like it got to be like clickbait shit, right? Like, people just clearly doing this for like to get people to click on it, get people to react. People like me, shit like that, right? Because there's no way these people really feel like this. The men and the women. And if they do, let's stay hard, you know? But let's stay a little hard. It's just crazy. But hey, I'm back, man. I'm happy to do these videos, man. Like I said before, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button if you like the content. But now, any comments you want to on the bottom, I really do appreciate it. You have a good night. Peace.